So I'm going to use Geogebra to create a Pareto chart, and this is how to make a really nice, good looking one. So on your favorite search engine, go for Geogebra, and this comes up. What we want is Geogebra Classic. So under Geogebra Classic, this is what it looks like when it comes up at first. I'm going to hit this one, just makes it full screen. So I've got more area to work with. There's two things we want to, well, there's one thing we want to look at. If we go under View, we want the spreadsheet. You see the spreadsheet, and under Settings, I'm going to change the font to 20 just so it's easier to see. And you can change the language and the number of decimal places it defaults to. And labeling, we're going to No New Objects. Let's just save my settings. So we're going to draw a Pareto chart, and this is going to be from exercise 15A. This is question 10. Here are the numbers here, the frequencies of the different reasons for being late to class. So entering those numbers in, first of all, this is going to be the frequency column. Then we're going to have the cumulative frequency. Then we're also going to have this one. This is going to be the class boundaries. Here we go. So entering the frequencies from highest to lowest. We're going to, first of all, we're going to leave one little row there. We're going to leave that blank for the frequencies, and we'll start at the second one. There's a reason for that. You'll see out in a minute. So entering from in descending order, it's 27, 20, 20, 2 10s, a 5, 2 3s, and a 2. This is going to be the cumulative frequency. So we'll start off at 0, and this one is going to be equals, it's going to be the previous one plus the next one. And if we get that one, go to the little box and copy it down, copy that formula down, and it gives all the cumulative frequencies right up to the 100 students. Now the boundary, this is going to be the boundaries between each column, where each column starts and stops. And I want each column to be width 1, and I want it to start at 0. So we're going to 0, and we've got 9 different categories. So that's 9. So this bounding, class bounding box, if we select that whole column, then right click at the bottom here, we're going to create a list. And over here we get L1, which is the list of the C2 to C3 column, and they are 1 to 9. And we also want the list of the frequencies. So select all the frequencies, and again create a list. So this is the list of the frequencies. This is L2. You can rename these. Whoop, forget it, settings. L1 I can rename as class boundary, and L2 I can rename that as the frequencies. So now to get the graph, first thing we're going to do, start typing in histogram, and we've got to select a whole lot of different histogram styles and types with different function values. But we want the very first one, histogram with the list of class boundaries and the list of heights, the list of class boundaries. There we go, hold on. I ruined that. Try again. Histogram. The list of class boundaries is class bound. And just use the arrow key. The frequency, the list of heights is the actual frequency. Hit enter. Make this smaller. Make this smaller. We can bring this down. Now, this goes up to 27, so we can actually move the graphics view. If we get on that with the arrow, we can change the scale on it. So now we can actually see the 27. Selecting this one, go to the move tool, select that one. If you right click, it's show label. It's showing that there's 100 students, well, 100 things in this list. But while we've got it highlighted, we can actually set the color, make it look nice. And this is the opacity, how much you can and can't see through it. I think that looks good. So there's our categories, highest to lowest, 27 down to 9. Now we want to put in the percentage as a frequency line. So this is a percentage. Let's call it percent. Now 100, the maximum is actually 27. So we want this score to be from 0 to 27 as a percentage, where 27 is the maximum. So the way to do that is put in equals, and it's going to be the cumulative frequency divided by 100 times 27. And if I select that and copy that one down, that gives me the list going from, this is 0 to 27 is the maximum. So that's 100%, and it's a percentage out of 27, sort of. You'll see why. So now we want to create the percentage frequency as a line. So I'm going to select these two columns, the class boundary column and the percent column. So selecting both of those, then you right click and create polyline. If you create the polyline, then these will be the points. 0, 0 is the first point. We'll look over here. There's 0, 0, the first point, and it adds up right up to 27, the maximum. That's 100% there. We can select all these. Just select the first point, hold shift down, and select the line. Then we can change the color, make it stand out of red. So that's it done. The rest of this is just going to make it look a bit nicer. So under the graphics, under X, I just want the positive direction, just want the negative direction, and no grid. Then we can put in our point. So this is going to be the interval. The interval from one point to another point, and it's going to be from the point 0, 27 up to the point 9, 27. That's our 100%, and we can do another interval, and it's going to go from 9, 0 up to 9, 27. Make sure it's a point in brackets. And that's our maximum and minimum. So this line up here is actually the percentage of the Pareto chart. Yes.